Welcome back to our episode. Ryan and Kevin here with Chaos MMA. And today we have on Josh Fremd, who fights Trayshawn Gore October 29th. Josh, man, how are you doing?
Hey, it's going well, man. I'm doing well. Living the fight lifestyle right now. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are having a good one.
We're doing well. Fall weather's here. Getting a little chilly out here in New York and everything. But another training in the books for yourself. Everything go good for the day today?
Oh yeah, got 3 solid sessions in today. Got some quality recovery in just now. Been adding some hyperbaric chamber into my recovery, and it's been helping a lot lately. I feel optimal. You know what I mean?
How much does that help the body, you think?
Oh, tremendous. As far as like healing properties, it helps me sleep better.
Yeah.
My muscles recover a little bit faster, so I'm able to go and train. Like I'm trained 2 to 3 times a day, about 5 days a week. So I'm always, a little sore, a little banged up. So any type of recovery that I can do, any edge I can get, I'm down for.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that was your training. So let's get more into the fight. So your fight was originally scheduled for July 9th, right? But it didn't end up happening. But the fact that you had all that time off, how much do you think that helped you? Because now you get to improve your game more and get more prepared for the fight.
I mean, it was good. It was unfortunate why I had to pull out. It was just a dumb injury that I sustained in training. Honestly, a fluke thing that rarely happens to people. But I got it taken care of, and even though I was injured, I wasn't able to spar 100% and whatnot. But I was able to drill. I was able to still be in the gym, still gain knowledge, and just really get back to the basics of being a martial artist. I guess it's helpful in particular, I guess, because it just gave me more time to develop my skill set, get a little faster, stronger, better, and I'm excited to show you when we step in that cage on October 29th.
Yeah. So yeah, like you were saying, like you were still drilling even though you had the injury. But in that preparation, did you learn anything new about him, or did you change your game plan at all, or has it really always been like from day one, like this is what I'm gonna do in the cage?
No, yeah, it's always been day one. This is what I'm gonna go out and do to this guy. My teammate Cody Brundage fought him, and we saw how that went for him.
Yeah.
Cody's an absolute stud, and for him to finish him on the feet it speaks highly of Cody's work ethic because he's been just working so hard, getting better. So, Cody and I are different fighters. So I'm excited to go out there and just show him a new wrinkle to something that he hasn't seen before.
Has Cody told you anything about like what to expect when you're in there with him, like power wise or anything? Like, did he say anything about that to you?
He definitely told me that the kid talks a lot and that I'll see him a lot throughout the fight week. He's always around. He's always popping up, talking some shit. Other than that, he told me that his power it's just not comparable to mine, things like that. But I'm taking this fight very seriously. It's not about Trayshawn Gore. It's just about me and myself going out there and showing the world, what I'm capable of and that I belong.
Yeah, I mean, here we might get a little trash talk during fight week. We don't want no Hamzat versus Nate Diaz incident during fight week, the brawl and everything. We don't want any of that, I'm sure. But 3 weeks out, here we are. How's your training camp been? Everything going well? Would you say this is one of the best ones yet, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Because since I've moved out here to Denver, all my fights have been relatively short notice fights. I would get an opportunity within 2 weeks, or my when I got my UFC contract on the Dana White looking for a fight, that was 10 days notice. When I got my UFC call, that was 10 days, 9 days notice. So like I've had time to really, dive back into being an athlete, dive back in fully into just recovery, meal prep, making sure I'm doing the extra work, my hydration. I've added a ton of flexibility, a ton of power work, just overall rededicating myself to being an athlete.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you're improving on multiple aspects of your game, even outside of the cage. It seems like you're getting better at that too. And you said you're in Denver for this camp. Who have you been training with specifically? Anyone specific for this camp?
Yeah, not specific. The same group of guys that we have here at Factory X for the bigger guys. You
Okay.
know, I've been doing so many rounds with Rob Wilkinson, who's fighting in the finals of PFL for the 205 division. Massive, huge human being, but also a very talented martial artist. Dustin Jacoby is always, you know, he's a staple in my training. Love having him. And I can't forget Cody Brundage. Like, Cody and I push each other like stepbrothers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Austin Jones, Harris Talunzik, all the big guys at Factory X, we just push each other.
It's amazing. Yeah.
So Josh, for your official prediction for this fight, I want you to fill in the blank for me. Josh wins by blank on October 29th.
Devastating knockout.
I love that.
And I'm not talking about a knockout to where he comes to, you know, in the following couple seconds. Like, I plan on putting him out for a couple minutes.
Crucify that man.
Yeah.
So from your UFC debut and now going to this next fight, how much did you learn from that first fight and bringing it into this next one?
I learned that this is, you know, I thinking about the other night, that exact question, like, what did I learn from that? And I still do, but I used to always just say, you know, one of the greatest philosophers of our time, T.I., used to say, stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I always held that to be true. And before my UFC debut, I slipped up a bit in staying ready. You know, I took some time that I should have been dedicated. I took off, and then I got the call, and then that really, you know, set me back a bit. So I wasn't really able to show everything, but I was able to show heart in that fight. And, you know, you're going to have to put me out to get me out of there. But, you know, I learned that I belong. Like, I do feel like I could beat Fluffy Hernandez. I truly believe that. He just got me that night, and just believing that I can compete here. And, you know, I've worked so hard to get here. I belong here.
Yeah, I mean, if we learned anything from that late night, it's definitely that you do belong. And it does seem like you're ready for this fight. It seems like you're prepared and everything else. You go out there, you get the win October 29th. What do you think about like being on like a big pay-per-view next? Like, I know they got one in December, January, February. What do you think about that potentially being next for yourself?
Oh man, I got lucky with my UFC debut. I got to fight in the Jacksonville card on that pay-per-view. I was the co-main of the ESPN prelims. Like, it was the absolute coolest thing, everything I've ever dreamed of, the feeling, the adrenaline, just feeling the canvas and everything. So yeah, if I can go out here and put on a show, I would love to be able to go fight in front of a crowd again.
And I just have a quick question. So you, like you're saying, you want to go get that devastating knockout. So if you had in like your dream situation, would you want it to be on the feet? Like, would you want to get a head kick? Would you want to hit him with that right hand? In your mind, like, what's your like dream finish for this fight?
Spinning heel kick to the dome. That would be dope.
We're gonna see some of those. Are we gonna see some of those?
You might, if I get him on wobbly legs. I have a couple ideas. You know, if he shows me any type of stumble, any type of imbalance in his equilibrium, I got a couple attacks in mind.
I hope we get to see some of that. It'd be great to see, man. Can't wait for this fight. Tune in October 29th. Last two things here, non-MMA related. First one, before we get into the segment, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about your Pittsburgh Steelers this year? Kenny Pickett coming back in. How do you feel about them right now?
Man, I had so much hope for Trubisky when he showed up. It's just, it hasn't worked out. I wish that we could have, you know, hindsight 50-50, we should have started Kenny to begin with.
Yeah.
But man, I wanted to wait, you know, until Trubisky messed up, which he didn't really mess up. He just hasn't done a lot. But now I'm fully Kenny Pickett. Let's go. I'm riding that wave. I think that he is the spark that we need. We have a bunch of young guys on that team, and he he's a Pittsburgh guy. Like, yeah, he's from Jersey, but he went to Pitt. He's playing for Pittsburgh now. Like, I'm on the bandwagon. Let's go.
Wait, Josh. Wait, hold on. You're a Steelers fan? Am I hearing this right?
Oh, big time.
Oh, okay. I probably shouldn't talk right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second. This is a Ravens household. This is a Ravens household. I don't want any of that.
Aren't you in New York?
I am in New York. That doesn't matter though. Where are you at?
Ravens fan.
Jags fan here.
Yeah. Ravens are dope. Obviously rivals in that.
I just had to bring it up with Steelers fan was talking.
I'll take it.
Nah, I mean, Kenny Pickett, I think he could be the real deal. Him and Pickens. Hopefully it works out for you guys. I mean, got a tough schedule coming up. But last thing here, Josh, thanks again for the time. It's a little segment we do for the viewers at the end to get you better. So we're just going to ask you something. The first thing that comes to your mind, you say it. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. Favorite food? Steak. Favorite movie?
Movie? Ready Player One.
Okay. Favorite hobby?
Smoking weed.
Okay.
Favorite candy or snack?
Gummy worms, gummy bears, anything gummy. I love it.
Favorite fight from Josh?
Favorite fight from myself?
Yeah.
The one that got me into the UFC against Bauman.
Yeah, I remember that was a great fight. Favorite UFC fighter growing up?
Favorite UFC fighter growing up would be Matt Hughes. Is the one that got me into the sport, and right now it's just Israel Adesanya. I mean, how can you not be a fan of that guy?
Yeah. And so this is the big one. Last question here. Who is your MMA GOAT?
MMA GOAT, John Jones.
I agree. You like that one a lot. Thanks again for the time, though, Josh. We appreciate it. Good luck for the fight. We'll be tuned in. If you want to thank any sponsors, shout out any social media, man. The floor is yours.
I appreciate you having me on here. Always fun chopping it up. You guys can follow me at Josh Fremd MMA on Instagram and Twitter. No sponsorships right now, but hit my line if you want to. October 29th. Let's get it, boys.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Thanks again for the time. We'll speak soon.
Hell yeah. Have a good one.
Have a good one, man.